Well, the last time we did these auto advice segments, it was cold out. I had a shirt, tie, a long sleeve sweater on. Mark, I'm pretty sure you had a sweater on too.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm joined by Mark Ondition, the owner of Luzerne Tire. And Mark, let's start with some warm weather stuff. So this time of the year, it's getting warmer now. So what do you do to make sure your car doesn't overheat and make sure your coolant system is good to go?
Overheating, want to make sure the coolant system is good, it's full, the antifreeze is clean, and all the systems are working, the electric fans, all those things that help to keep it cool.
Okay, and antifreeze is something that we talked about in our previous segments that we did with you. Can you just give us a little crash course? What are some things to check out with the antifreeze and make sure everything's good there?
Just what I said, usually we could open up the reservoir, make sure that the coolant is clean, it's full. We have what's called like a pyrometer that we would dip in there and take a sample of the coolant, and we see where it's set for the cold weather. Warm weather, we don't worry about so much, but we want to make sure that the antifreeze is nice and clean.
Okay, and now let's transition to air conditioning. This time of the year, we love air conditioning, and I'm sure you're starting to get some problems, seeing cars come in with some air conditioning problems. What are some of the things that you look for when you're fixing air conditioning?
Well, of course, the complaint. We always look for what's the problem, why isn't it working? And most people say, I turn it on and it's warm. So usually what we recommend people to do is we charge one flat fee, which is $89.95, and we'll charge it up with refrigerant or Freon. Our 134 is mostly everything. Also, we inject a dye into the system. And when we inject that dye, the dye will light up under black light if we have a leak. And sometimes it doesn't always happen the day we check it. And the customer will have to come back, and then at that time we'll check, because most of the time it leaked out again. So that's how we look for leaks.
And you said you advise that you don't try to fix the air conditioning yourself, let the professionals handle it, because it's a serious deal.
Yes, yes. And fooling around AC is something should be done by somebody that knows, a professional. They have those little fix-it kits where you could put some in there, and that's okay, but you're only looking on one side of the system. There's two sides. There's a high side and a low side. And we always like to monitor the high side to know where we are as far as how much refrigerant's going in there. We don't want to overdo it, because if the relief valve gets stuck, every system has a relief valve for overcharging. If that pressure is overcharged and that valve sticks, you can blow a line off and get hurt, seriously hurt. So that's why it's best to bring it in.
All right, well, thanks, Mark. Yeah. Mark, obviously, you always give such helpful hints. Remember, if you have a car problem, you can bring them here to Luzerne Tire. And Mark, we'll be back with us for more segments right here on SSP TV News.